I'm Kevin. Uh, a little about myself. Been raised here in Tampa for a while. Uh, I'm I'm a whole mixture. My family's mostly women. Not only that, generational curse actually is there. So I'm here to break that down.
There you go.
So, man, you will.
My name is Matushala Samilian. I go by Matt for short, like the Met Gala. A little bit about myself. I am from Broward, Florida, 954. I'm a creative. I'm a artist. I'm a model, and also from very small family though. Just two, me and my mother, and them generational curses. They are real. But I've already started breaking it, and it is a very tight selection of women in my overall family as well. So you see and notice a lot of things that you as a man gotta change, like going in forward.
From my mother's standpoint, she told me a story that her sister put her hands inside her innards, which started something from there. Then the next thing you know, my two sisters. And then from my two sisters, then she came to me at a young age. So now my sisters that have children, they've been doing a great, awesome job, but I know they parent by fear. And with me, I don't have kids just yet, but I don't want to be in a place of parenting by fear, but I want to be in a place by parenting wisdom.
For me, I would say the women in my family aren't protective of each other. And that has gone down the line of this paranoia or putting the other in a situation that isn't ideal. So for my mom, her parents and her aunt was the one putting her in these situations just so she could have something to say. So she'd bring up to her sister, which is my mom's mom, and very quick to like an easy quick fuse. And she told her that, oh, she caught my mom with so-and-so, knowing it wasn't true. And my mom's mom, she doesn't, that's all she needs to hear. And that just carries on to me, now my mom, very paranoid in an overprotective sense. And it's like, the thing you fear hasn't happened. So it's like, they can't let go of that fear. So I'm trying to take that off for when I have kids, like the trust and like, I have my fears, but if you work towards it, you can let go of that fear. That way your child isn't raised like behind closed doors.
If I do have a son, I will teach him the power of no. If he's wanting to pursue a relationship, if that's a no, fine. Leave it at the door, walk out. We breaking that thing, which is something I was also raised on at the same time, because I grew up in the city. I grew up in the hood. So when we heard no means yes, right? So we trying to break that norm.
To bounce off of that, what I would say is before no is to listen. And I feel like that's the main thing men don't do. And like that's the first issue, is to sit and listen, and not listen for you, but to listen for her, listen for the other person. That way you'll hear the no. And when you hear the no, you'll have no. Okay, I know no means no. No's not yes, no's not oh. They're playing hard to get. No is no. And if you don't understand the no, because you listen, you'll be able to communicate and be like, did you mean that? Or in what sense? And I feel like that's a main, like, they don't listen to anyone else. And like men tend to, or if they do listen, they hear their own thing. Oh, that's not how you said it. Oh, no, but you're acting this way. It's like, those aren't excuses that should be used if you're actually paying attention to hear the other person, to perceive and understand what you're being told. A good boundary I put is just ask. anything. Can I touch your hair? Can I touch you? Like, can I get by? Like, ask and just show that there's not a preset of you being a comfortability, because you go around, and I know personally in my life, a lot of women I know have been sexually assaulted, unfortunately. And it's not a story that's rare, or not a story that you hear once in a blue moon. Like, and it's not good at all, because you see the guys walking around, and as a guy myself, you see it in the demeanor of the men. And some of the boundaries I set for myself, I just can't be around guys like that. And like, because I'm the one that's going to tell you, no, don't do that. Like, if she told you no, don't continue bothering her. Don't show up to her door. And until guys break, I feel like, a certain point in their head to realize, like, women are people too, and they have feelings. It's not what we've been raised on, or the misogyny that's being passed around. Like, to be a man is to be a leader who can listen to your partner. Because I honestly feel, and it's true, that behind a great man is an even greater woman. And it's like, if you actually give the time and attention to understand them, you'll reach a point where you'll know, okay, certain stuff, you just have to set a boundary. Like, you have to be the one, like, if she's too drunk, like, leave her alone. If she can't consent, leave her alone. You'll know when to put yourself in a place, like, there's a better way to do this. There's a way I could step out of the situation and save so much of someone else's personal life and their trauma and their experience, because people are hurt when they go through these things, and like, it stays with them.
And with my interview, I was open about, I had this best friend of mine. He was very vulnerable, and he told me about his situation.
Okay.
And when he broke down his situation, that allowed me to open up about my situation. It took me a minute, but it, at that moment, even before I met him, I was shut. I didn't really want to tell anybody. And my who I was very a smiley person, goofy, whatever the case may be. But behind the scenes, behind the mask, I was hurting, right?
He was hurting.
So for him to open up, that opened up the door to him.
Yeah, I would say, healing wise, very true. Like, having someone you can be vulnerable with and be able to speak to allows you to that's when you can make a realization and realize, hearing someone else's story, like, oh my gosh, I went through the same thing, and like, I didn't even realize. And I would say, an advice to men I would give is, be a place of healing for anyone you see, but especially women, because there's a lot of trauma and unsaid things that have occurred in families behind their lives. And if you listen, and if you sit there and you give them the time to just speak and actually feel the emotions they feel, you'll learn and become such a better man. Like that.
Also, I want to say that with boundaries at the same time too, there's a lot of personal value in that. With that, you'll learn your passions. Not only that, you learn your passions, you also learn your calling at the same time too. And also, what you just said something about generational curses, that was me. So you'll also find that line as well too. So just be that for your family and your friends, and continue to intercede for them.
Yeah, I would say as well. For women, my advice I would say is, look at the first signs. Look at the first signs, and even if it's the little things, I would say the first thing is to be aware. Does a man listen to you when you speak? Is the man respectful of the little things or the little nitpicks that you have? And is this someone that you feel safe or comfortable with? Don't let the moment or the environment blur those lines so you can set those solid boundaries and know, okay, because it's the little things. If a guy comes over and you tell him, all right, I don't like outside clothes on my bed, and when you come outside, wash your hands. If you can't do that, and he's not listening to you there, then there you go.
Shut it down. Shut it down quick. Because people pleasing could come in quick. So shut it down quick.
So definitely be aware of those little things. Trust your instincts and trust your gut. And on the opposite end, I would say, don't let the past experience push onto other men. Because in a way, you'll just start a trauma somewhere else without even meaning to. Because that could be a genuine guy. That could be someone that you could be in a place of healing or vulnerability with. But because of the pain you've experienced, hurt people. And now you're hurting someone else. So just be careful of that.
Ooh, actually, I dated someone just like that. They put their pains on me. I'm like, that's not working out. Don't do that. Because what you're going to do is you're going to make me work twice as hard. And right now, I'm trying to impress you, and I'm trying to impress your mental state. I'm not trying to impress your mental state. I'm trying to just impress you. That's all. I do want to care for you, but don't put your pain. If you have pains, go see someone. It's okay to see someone. You could speak about your personal issue. I'm okay. I'll listen. I'll be a listening ear. I will shut my mouth and not to try to do something for you because we're doers. So I'll just listen and just fill you out at the same time too.
Look to not provide a solution.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys, I feel like we're just logical and look for the simple way out. Like, your stomach hurt, go eat. Or you're tired, go to sleep. So I feel for both, and I'd say the advice for everyone is to just ask in a moment of vulnerability, a moment of sharing, a moment of listening, and ask the other person, do you want me to listen? Are you looking for a solution? Do you just need a rant? Like, you don't need me to say nothing. You just want to talk. You just want to get it out. Or you just want to be mad for right now, and then we could discuss it later. Just ask and really communicate before you assume or take a stance or a role, and allow the other person to vent their frustration in the way that they want it to be received.